What the fuck?
Everything that people have come up with, they already did.
I'm glad my life is spice.
Yeah, the spice is gamma radiation.
Yo, nothing seasons my style. It's more this of gamma radiation, I'll tell you what.
Hello. I need to
I'll let
prep
you
my
deal with
voice.
the
Hello.
cancers and the
Hello.
tumors and the
Hello. Hello.
inexplicable
Hello, Mr. Charles.
mutations.
Yes.
I've always wanted to grow another arm.
No.
I hope I get superpowers.
Hello. I am Hybris. Here we go.
Oh God.
Besides, it can't be
This
any
is
worse
my
than
life.
literal, like, brain go burr powers.
Huh? What's wrong with what's a code? Hi? Howdy? Hello?
I literally can't drink anymore.
They scared me. I didn't know they were
May
there.
I inquire as to what the three of you are doing up there?
I was napping.
And then I went to make sure they were okay, and then I got trapped up here, and then I got picked up.
If you wanted to get off, I would have moved off.
Analysis.
I would like to get
Units
off.
have appeared to reached a high altitude.
I could reach a high altitude in many places, none of which I want to be there.
You got off?
If you
Okay, there you
think
go.
about it, Eben, we're already at a very high altitude. We're literally in space.
Regardless of our relative position in space, I don't want to be in the high altitude area governed by gravity. This is how I go squish.
You're an easily panicked individual, I've noticed.
If you do not wish to be governed
Correct.
by gravity, then you must overcome the
Miss Bell,
cold, dark emptiness.
if I may
of space.
request,
Yes?
you get down from there.
Or I just go to
It's not safe.
gravity.
Okay, boss.
There is a
I told you, I
railing
didn't
for
want you
a
to fall and break your
reason.
back again.
It is unwise to be up there. While it is structurally reinforced, it is not intended to carry the weight of multiple individuals.
I'm not that fat.
Confirmed.
That is not the implication.
I mean, to be fair, I do have very wide hips. I am what they call mango. Or is it pear?
I'm not
I
wearing
don't know.
my armor for once, so
Reaching to the cloud.
Yeah? Also, now you're down here, that means you can enjoy the cookies I brought. How about that?
Yeah, I was wondering what you brought today.
Cookies.
What sort?
Peanut butter, sugar with frosting, oatmeal raisin chocolate chip, pumpkin chocolate chip, apple cinnamon, cranberry orange, and double chocolate chip.
Huh. Fair enough.
Yeah.
I think I'll have one. actually.
Doesn't that sound lovely?
Greetings. Confirmed. That does sound quite edible for the units that can eat.
Correct. Well
Shall
then,
Unit Eben assist in any sort of way?
at the moment, no. But thank you.
Understood. Confirmed. Unit Eben shall resume his usual duties then.
Of course. Please continue.
found too many
said
pieces of material.
maybe
Yeah. Otherwise, I'd wear it all the time.
Hmm.
Okay.
Shrug.
somewhere in that range.
I mean,
Greetings,
mine
units
is mostly made
Nyla
out
and
of,
Calliope.
mithril and
Would you like any food or beverage at this time?
leather and
I'm good.
something like an undersea that can survive space.
Understood.
Hey, that's the most important part.
Yeah, it definitely is when you're flying your own ship.
No, I'm just not feeling hungry.
You don't want
Have you seen me in my
the,
armor? I don't know if you have.
Any
I have.
reason?
Yeah.
I have not. She was a devious cat.
Probably.
You wanna see me in my armor?
I mean, you said it's too many pieces, so.
No, I mean I have a picture of it.
Well,
Oh,
Are units
well,
currently
yeah, you can
enjoying
send that over.
the snack brought by the guest?
Yes,
Yeah.
the chocolate chip was very good.
Understood. Thank
How'd you
you
like
for
it?
bringing the snack.
Yeah, of course. I like bringing snacks wherever I go.
I do need to discuss something.
Would anyone like any other sort of beverage at this time?
I'm good right now, thank you.
Yeah, I'm already hydrated.
Sit and wait for a little bit.
Don't walk away,
Understood.
Charles. I need to show you that picture.
I
Okay.
I need
Probably
to
gonna
talk
talk about
really
something.
quick.
Keep my mind
Ah,
from
okay, fine.
Hello, Miss
wandering
Nyla.
Have fun
otherwise.
talking.
Further,
Never
and
ends.
that's a bad first impression.
The fun will never end.
Perhaps they shall look at your photo when they are finished with their communication and conversation.
Yeah, I'll let them deal with whatever they're dealing with. It's all good. They're busy people.
Confirmed.
I mean, to be fair, I am too. I just finally got a break, so.
Understood.
Top spot right here.
At least bar him from getting onto the station, but. Gonna be a hell of a tall order.
I mean, the issue is that since he's an investor, to bar him from the cathedral would be essentially just kind of saying, yeah, we're just, you know, distancing
We're cutting all
ourselves from
ties,
the
right?
general. Pretty much. So, unfortunately, all we can really do is just tell Hybris that he's been making numerous agents uncomfortable, and just
Speaking
give
of
that.
which,
Oh, hi, Hybris.
hi.
Hello, Miss Belgian. Mr. Charles.
Hello.
I heard my
I mean,
name.
no present like
No
yeah,
time like the
no
present.
one like the present. Yep. So, if you didn't catch what
Okay.
we was talking about, well, pretty much, good old Mr. McKay, your favorite subject, no doubt, is making a bunch of the agents uncomfortable, including myself and undoubtedly Charles.
I see.
Well-
Some of the. Well, it's just, for example, in my case, when I was in my hover chair, he pinned down my chair to the like so I couldn't move, and then got uncomfortably close. And then when people tried to point this out that it wasn't exactly pleasant of him, he turned to them and just said, "I'm not being pleasant," and. Well, it was only because of some other persons that they dragged me away from the whole conversation that I was able to get away from it.
And this is in front of
I see.
not only Sakota, but also some guests she brought. I don't remember their name.
Rory.
Right.
Hmm.
Not to mention there's the stuff I'm sure you've heard about Planetside.
Well, what happens planetside is not particularly a concern for behavioral issues while he is here. Unless it is somehow related in a way
Yes.
that I do not understand.
Yeah, he did this in the main common area, right next to the pool table.
I see. Well then, if you would like to submit a formal complaint, this I can work with.
Okay.
I can have a
I would like to use.
pleasant conversation with Mr. Malleus McKay and simply ask him to be a bit more courteous to our agents here. If the behavior continues, then we will escalate from there. But for the time being, if you have any other agents who have recently experienced trouble with Mr. McKay, then we can work with this.
Okay, I'll ask any other people a part of the Going to Get Milk Club. That's the official title for it, by the way. Pretty much a whole bunch
Oh,
of
I
the
see.
agents who are uncomfortable when to pretty much say, "Oh, I have to go and fetch like some milk or something," and then they use that as an excuse to, walk away from him.
Is this why? Okay. I was wondering why this was happening. I see. Well, then yes, if you and this group of individuals would like to levy a number of recent complaints about Mr. McKay's behavior while here aboard our station, then please submit them and I will handle the rest from here.
Okay. Might I ask, what do you classify as recent?
I would say within the last 5 months. Anything longer than
can do that.
this, and it is mostly irrelevant because it should have been brought up sooner, unless it is a severe behavioral problem such as harassment or other, workplace incidents.
Of course.
Much past that, though. Simple qualms with his behavior and the way he presents himself, there's not much I can do. But if he is making agents
Yes, well-
uncomfortable and, for instance, placing their hands upon them or their equipment, that is not acceptable or appropriate. And I can issue him a warning.
Anything you want to add?
In regards to this particular incident, no.
But another
And
incident?
honestly, of anything of substance, no. Both towards your question and anything of relative substance, no.
I see.
If you did not know, I collaborate with various other council organizations, and
I'm
they
aware.
admit that Mr. McKay has become emboldened recently. So I
Yes,
worry
so
about
I
these
have
things
heard.
continuing, but it's just conjecture. at the moment.
Recent incidents would suggest as such, however, most of them are non-conclusive, given there is not much to go on. That being said, if you do wish to share anything with me, I am more than happy to listen.
Understood, ma'am.
Oh yeah, have you been brought up to speed on what Higgs has been saying about Aegis?
Oh.
More specifically, you?
Hezekiah has brought this to my attention, and while I do not see it as a major concern, it is at the very least saddening given that I have shared a decent amount of information with Mr. Higgs at his immediate and utmost concern. If he decides that he does not wish to view myself and the organization that I operate as being worthy of trust, then that is, sadly, his opinion. If he wishes to take this up with me, that is fine. That being said, if he has something to say about the rest of you and the organization that we run here, then I think perhaps I might be needing to have a talk with him. Because insulting me, that is nothing. I don't really care. But insulting my agents, that will not do.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I'm not really surprised by it. He has voiced his opinion of ages before this. Me. Just
I was
things
unaware
wanting
of any
heroes,
direct...
yada, yada, yada.
Oh, well. If that is his issue of
Yeah,
us
that
being
whole
seen as
spiel.
heroes, that is... Well, we do our work. What people decide to label
Yeah,
us as, we do not control. If people want to call us heroes, then they are welcome to do so. I do not consider
I
us
did
as
tell him
such,
myself that no one views us.
but
Yeah, no one up here views us that.
yes, we are people who do our best to do right. Nothing more, nothing less.
I'm not really bothered by it though. We're gonna keep getting these sorts of
It is not the first time it has
opinions no
happened.
matter what.
Yes.
Exactly.
That being said, if, and you can share this with others, if Mr. Higgs decides he wishes to speak ill of any of you for working with this organization, then he is welcome to come and speak with me personally about his disagreements with how we run things here.
Will do.
Thank you.
Okay.
I think that's that.
I guess other than if there's any information you may feel is relevant and I can actually produce from my contacts, I'll be inclined to share. Put it that way. Fortunately, it's all planet side stuff.
I see. Well, if there is evidence, real evidence, of his misdeeds, then there is something we can do about it. Granted, Oh, yes, Evan. If he does something, and it is regrettably not directly implicating Zephyra City, then we can operate. We can act on this. And we could finally remove him as an investor, which I would very much like to do.
I have been
I was
hearing things
referring
about
to-
a place called Marlow City.
As have I, however. This is not hard evidence, unfortunately. There are connections, certainly. Things potentially worth
But nothing
investigating,
direct.
but nothing that would yield an organization of our size or stature to be poking our fingers in. And quite frankly, if we were to make any missteps after all, this could backfire horrendously for us. So it is best for us to
Right.
continue to patiently wait.
That's why I never really brought it up.
Feel free to bring anything up with me. However,
Oh, of course.
please understand that given the circumstances, I may not always be able to react the way that you would like.
No, I understand that you need hard, definitive proof.
Hmm.
Can't just act off of hearsay.
Yes.
Anyways, I'm gonna go get more cookies.
Yes. If you catch him before
And,
he
that
leaves,
offer
Eben
was-
appears to be going out for tacos.
Tacos.
Yes, apparently he has been
Uh,
requested to go and purchase them.
Who's asked him for tacos?
I believe.
Why can't we just have them shipped to an anchor?
Sapphire. It's
Oh.
the novelty of commanding a synthetic to go and do work for you. Some people revel in
Oh.
it.
Especially a synthetic that hasn't really designed to do said things. I guess.
You would be surprised. His AI core has developed quite nicely. Slowly building him into a general purpose AI.
Fair enough, I stand corrected.
Hmm.
Anyways.
And that offer was not just in relation
Oh.
to Mr. McKay, by the way.
Speaking of which,
but I understand.
would appear he is
Oh.
requesting to join us.
Oh. I see.
It's curled around me. It just doesn't look like it is.
I was supposed to be brought raisins.
Okay, real quick, does anyone have like any mental protection or anything like that? Something, you know, maybe.
Maybe. Next time. Next time. Maybe we should head up to the.
Close my. What?
Lizard brain.
Oh, lizard
Have a
brain.
lizard brain.
Wait, wouldn't
I mean,
also
I am
fight
a
you?
reptile. Yeah, I am a reptile.
Oh, there you go. You got a lizard brain.
Oh wow, he is fast. Hello, Mr. McKay.
Hybris.
It is a pleasure to see you.
Likewise. I was on my way to a meeting on the moon. Thought I'd
Ah,
stop by. Say hello.
I see. Well, it's Rather good timing, I suppose. There was a bit of business I wanted to discuss with you, if you wouldn't mind.
Of course.
Hmm.
Lead
would
the
then.
way, darling. How is the cathedral this fine evening?
Well, at the moment, quite fine. Everyone is well. A few recent injuries have been taken care of, and they seem to be on the mend, but otherwise, things are rather peaceful here for the moment.
Excellent. Glad to know they are on the up and up.
Yes. Well, it's rather unpleasant business, but business that I would need to take care of nonetheless. I received semi-informal complaint from Miss Belshin. She was recently, as I'm sure you saw, injured, spinal injury, and was confined to a wheelchair. And she said that you had placed your hands on her wheelchair and said something rather upsetting to her. While I am certain that not all of our agents here see you in the same light as I do, I would at the very least ask that you keep your hands to yourself.
Of course. My apologies. Send her them if you would. If I don't see her, I will formally.
Of course.
Apologize. My bubble tends to be a bit smaller than others. I just can't help myself sometimes.
Of course, I understand, but sometimes that can make some of our agents uncomfortable. So, given that this is their home and where they like to stay and live, they should be able to feel comfortable while staying here.
Of course. No excuses on my end. Apologies.
Thank you. I suppose while you are here and you have my attention, was there anything that you needed to speak with me about?
Perhaps, actually. I may have an upcoming mission for Aegis, if you would oblige me.
I would be more than happy to listen, or if you would like to submit something informal through writing, I'm more than happy to receive that as well.
I am in the process of receiving such reports, why I am making my way to this meeting on the moon later. Hopefully, I will not need Aegis's assistance in the matter, but in the case of, I should have a document prepared for a mission within a week or two.
Glad to hear it, although I suppose given this news, hopefully things are, well, better for you on your end.
Couldn't be better. Living life, surfing the stars. Get to see your lovely face this evening.
Well,
Nothing
thank
to
you.
complain about.
Wow.
You're welcome.
I hope to hear from your reports soon, but if and when you need our assistance, we're more than happy.
Excellent. Again, hopefully not. Hopefully just a bump in the road.
Naturally. Well then.
As for me, anything you'd like to speak to me about? We're both so busy and rarely get a chance to breathe the same air.
Metaphorically speaking, I'm sure. At the moment, no. I've been managing things here well enough. We've had a few new hires that are now being brought up to speed, and Hezekiah, though he had a recent injury, recovered rather quickly and has been able to get right back to work with training our agents.
Oh, a workhorse he is, but good to know that he is well. Excellent. You don't mind if I just wander about for a few sparse minutes before I head out?
Yes, if you would. Although, that is actually a reminder. I would like to remind you that our laboratories, our research stations, are off limits to non-Aegis personnel.
Ah, I see.
Yes,
Is there a limit to where I can go?
just within the commons area. The moment you go down the elevator, that is technically restricted to only Aegis personnel or those who have been given permission to go down there with the assistance of an Aegis agent, of course.
Ah, a second apology from me. I will not go down the elevator without an escort.
I figured you were simply looking around, exploring a bit, and had simply forgotten.
You know me too well.
Regardless, I thought I would remind you. Otherwise, if you would like to enjoy our facilities for the time being before you need to return to your work and to your meetings.
Thank you, darling. I will. Oh, hello.
Hello again.
You're Nala, if I recall.
Nyla, yes.
Nyla, right, and Calliope.
This is you, Mister.
Good to see you
yes,
both
Seer.
as well.
I don't know if he's here.
Where are you two off
How are
to?
you?
I don't know if he's already put in a request. Oh no, is he out in the... He's out in the garden, isn't he? I bet he's out in the garden. Oh, shit.
Lead on. I'll follow.
You've got a synthetic voice. You can kind of a lot of power, only just flaunting it. They don't really have much.
I would tell you to go talk to him.
Mr. Hamsky, I would like to inform you that Mr. McKay has come aboard our station.
I've been told by a drone thing.
Of course,
Thank you.
making certain it arrived.
I would like to talk to you, though, at some point.
I see. Well, when you are done speaking here with Mr. Kraser,
Huh?
then if you would like to come and find me, I will wait nearby. It is nice to formally meet you.
Who are you?
I am Hybris.
Not to be confused
Oh.
with Lobris.
Right, well. Didn't even sense you. Huh.
Are you sure?
Of course I'm sure.
Maybe it is that you have been sensing me all along.
Huh?
Did they disappear or walk away?
The phone doesn't go through text very well.
What's wrong?
Analysis. This could be
did you
something
get the
that
text
someone does
message I just sent
eventually.
you? Baka?
What?
Oh, I just texted her
Analysis.
stuttering.
God. I'm just trying to educate myself.
Hello.
Touch his fingers together. What if we kissed on the cathedral?
Now hold up.
Was the operation a success?
Unit Eben is correct. Unit Eben has
Sorry, I was coughing
gotten the
dimensionally.
Taco Bell for
Hey
Unit
now, I have a boyfriend.
Hamsky.
You know this.
Wonderful.
and is currently leaving it on the counter for 1 hour as requested.
They'll be cold by then.
Unit Hamsky requested for it to be cold, but not too cold,
Oh, what the fuck?
We'll have to tell Yasha.
and
That's
said to leave it
sick.
on the counter for an hour.
Anyways, very good.
Why would you
Thank you
want
for your
room
work, Evan.
temperature?
Of course.
Do we
Thank
try
you.
to understand the motives of Hamsky?
Yes.
You know what?
Ethereal
That's
and
fair.
eldritch mindset.
Analysis for the
Of course.
mindset of Unit Hamsky. Their nickname that they have requested Unit Eben call them is Unit Marky Barfowitz, Detective at Law.
You told me that too.
God.
Is he fucking around?
I'm still trying to figure out if that's his actual name.
This is perhaps a possibility.
He's literally never said that to any of us.
He also told, what's her name? Darcy. She was around as well, and he said his name was up there. It's like a trust thing. His name's actually Marky Barfowitz. I don't know it very well.
Yeah, no. Actually, register that as his nickname. Beef Hamilton III.
Yeah, I'm gonna call him that. Well, Ludric said that his full title was something similar to that, and I just can't remember what it was.
They're probably like Sir Beef Hamilton III or something. I don't fucking.
Yeah,
Unit
it's
Eben
something
can
similar to
with
that.
Unit Hamsky for a new
Lord
nickname for them,
Admiral.
should they choose to accept it.
Well, no, I'm trying to give an even longer one for Hamsky. So we'll annoy him.
I'm only this way because it gets think you died.
Hey, Val. Bye, Val.
What have you done today?
Oh.
That's really productive. What'd you do?
Resemble fiendish minotaurs. Oh,
No.
that ain't good.
Sounds like a
Very
good time.
rare
What,
and
you've never seen one of those
terrifying
before?
beast.
I also
No.
but then I got up and
Sorry?
They're very rare and terrifying
So we're
beasts.
both technically in the same
It's best
boat.
to avoid them if you can.
I almost
I would assume anything in this book is to be avoided, to be honest.
You almost slapped who?
Not my grandpa.
A great deal of things.
I was about to say, excuse you.
I don't know. I've met quite a few friendly demons.
Hello, Mr. Hezekiah.
Well, to be fair, my grandpa's no longer
Sure,
really a
actually.
demon
Well,
lord. He
well,
actually
right
stepped
over
down
there.
recently, so
I take it all
he
the
handed the sword
proceedings
off to somebody
went
else.
actually
without incident.
saying that they were
I'm sorry.
devil or
Could you please
demon?
repeat?
I take it everything went without incident.
Val.
Yes, at the moment. I did speak with Mr. McKay just a few minutes ago. Verified a few things with him.
That's why I didn't spool from the main terminal.
A wise decision.
You still here?
At the moment,
Greetings,
yes. I
Unit
believe he
Jaden
has
and
gone to
Unit
the guard
Hezekiah.
room.
Howdy.
The hospital. That's why they let me get a
Hi.
purpose.
Hello.
Would you like to speak now?
Can we talk in private?
Yes.
Well,
Hmm.
The good thing is
We
that
can go
she's gotta
somewhere
be
he
okay.
can't. If you would follow me.
I think they went somewhere else. Let me see if
Would Unit Hezekiah like
I
any
hope
food
you're
or
feeling
beverage
better
at
today,
this
Mr.
time?
Hezekiah.
the garden, or just
No, I'm perfectly fine.
49 minutes.
probably.
Understood.
Well then. What can I do for you, Mr. Hamsky?
There are multiple people that aren't comfortable with Aegis, and I would like to.
Well, I would
Fix
imagine
that
so. There are many
in some
people who
way.
would not like us. Given that we are often viewed as having morals, there are many without them that would hate us for the work that we do.
Well, I think some of the communication somewhere down the line was broken and people didn't understand what they were hearing or they misconstrued something. So getting people to talk together would be nice.
Perhaps.
Would you allow me to bring people up if I could convince them?
If people would like to come and visit our station, they are more than welcome to. If you would like to bring guests, though, I would have to let you know that you will be responsible for them.
Okay.
That being
The
said,
sound freaks me out. It sounds like the pool that Mally has put us in. Can we go further? To the restricted area that I've never even seen? The nice tree?
Never seen, huh?
I could see it from a distance.
You would like to. Since I am here, it is all right. Quite proud of that tree, actually. It's difficult to acquire. It's not a real tree after all, but it's more of like
How is it difficult to acquire?
expensive, really, and well, it's more like I just appreciate it. It represents things in my mind, I think. How I view connections between many of the systems here in this station and myself. But, that being said, what would you like to discuss?
What sort of evidence do you need to get rid of Malleus as an investor? Because now I've experienced him firsthand.
Ah, I see. Well, hard evidence, really. Something that could be presented to others that shows that he has definitively done something wrong. Sadly, most of the evidence that I have seen, heard, or gathered myself has been circumstantial at best, and at worst, just hearsay. Or just bad rumors. Speculation and, well, poorly acquired evidence.
I can say what I experienced, but it's not evidence. What if I got
Sadly,
footage
no.
of my own memory somehow, like a brain dance or something?
Well, a brain
Multiple
dance is a
memories.
bit different. Brain dance records what you see with your eyes. Your senses. But to record something inside your mind, that would be a bit difficult. You're talking about a device, a technological device that could interpret the metaphysical, the non-real. As I understand, the spaces that exist within our minds, they are constructs. They're not real. At least in a physical sense, anyways. A means to make sense of what is there. To record it would be very difficult, as far as I can tell.
Okay. I have multiple people that have memories that are missing because of Malleus. I know them.
And if they
I
could
first-
prove that he
I encountered
cast a
witnesses.
spell or used some other means of supernatural capability to alter their memories or remove them.
Aberrations.
Well, I'm aware of this, but simply going to a court and yelling aberrations, this won't get you very far. There are aberrations that are perfectly harmless, although, be it aberrations, rather strange. But not all of them are purely evil. That would be like me looking at you and saying, "You are human." Humans are so vastly different.
The ones that we experienced, we were going down an elevator in Fables. Some device he had broke or got overwhelmed, so there we're assuming there were thousands of the thing that attacked us. It was a training thing, Malleus said.
Sadly, to my understanding, Zafira has no laws prohibiting extraplanar entities from entering their borders. Malleus is there as legitimate persons, at least to my knowledge. This could be incorrect, as Zafira's laws are, well, sketchy at best and at worst, made up on the spot. That being said, again, if you can provide some hard evidence that he used some magic or other supernatural capability to affect yourself or the others that you speak of, then something could be done. It could at least be presented in a manner that says, Mr. Malleus, you seem to be doing something rather suspicious. And I would be able to build a better case, at least for Aegis's sake here, with your concerns of us being an investor and all.
Part of me wants to believe that you guys aren't allowing Malleus to do things. But I've been talking to others who assume that you guys let him roam and let him snatch people here. But I think it's just them taking the investor part and saying that
last
he
we've
is watching
spoken on this.
your
This
employees.
is... Oh, he certainly is. And we're aware of this. I am aware of this. However, Malleus knows that the moment he does anything drastic against any of our agents without reason, then he will have me to deal with. And he does not want that.
He did something to Sokoto.
I am aware. However, it was inside his own home, at his invite. I heard your testimonials, both yours and his. And Hezekiah provided his own insights. While I understand your concern at the situation and how you wish to see something to be done, in retaliation, if not, to try to make something good of this situation, sadly, there is little evidence. Even the photo that was mentioned, this is not great.
Well, it was worth a try.
Of course.
Do you want
And
to talk to any of the people that have had their memories wiped, if I can get them here?
The information they could provide perhaps could be useful. However, if none of them have any hard evidence, there is nothing I can do, personally. Nor can Aegis. Be it as it is, Aegis is an organization that abides by the law. And as much as we have enough suspicion to be wanting to investigate Mr. McKay, there is not enough that we can do. And given his closeness with Zafira and the rest of the council, this brings up a number of concerns. Much of the council already does not appreciate Aegis, if you want to call it that. We have rather tense relations, if you want to call it anything. Which is why
I've
Aegis
noticed,
generally
and I-
stays out of Zafira's business.
Yeah, I've noticed. So far, I've appreciated you guys, though. I'm sorry for getting in your hair. That's all I have right now.
If I could create A perfect world. I would much rather see others leading Zephyra, not upper or lower, but the people there. The people need help. Unfortunately, given the circumstances, it is very difficult for me to provide assistance, and if anything, many of the councilmen have galvanized their citizens against us, so there is not much that we can do. But in a
That's
perfect
bullshit.
world, I wish we could.
All it takes is some time and talking.
Perhaps. Is there anything else you wish to discuss, Mr. Hansky?
Not currently. I was just hoping. I didn't expect anything of it, but I was hoping something
Could be done about
could
it.
be done
Yes.
about Malleus.
Yes, between you and I, strictly confidentially, I had hoped that, despite what happened to the three of you, that some evidence of this action could have been shown. Quite honestly, I would like to see him gone.
I hope so. Alright, thank you, Hybris.
Of course.
Scardo's okay, right? They're on the station.
Yes, I believe she retired to her room after you all arrived, but since then I'm not sure. I don't monitor the rooms outside of, safety issues.
I just want to make sure she's okay and not wandering around with him or something.
I don't believe so.
I might head out then. My body's killing me, and I don't like being up here with him.
Of course, I understand. If you ever have anything else you wish to discuss, Mr. Hamsky, feel free to contact me.
I will.
Goodness knows we have enough employees that work between the two of us. So staying in good relations is a good idea, I think.
Got a book on Chi in there somewhere? Like in your database?
Yes, actually.
Wait, can you shoot me an audiobook on it?
I could
Digital
attempt
transfer?
to generate an audiobook, but I don't believe I have any audiobooks covering the subject. I do have a number of books, which I
just
would
give
be
me a
happy to
normal
send you
book.
in a digital format if you would like.
Yeah, I'll take those.
I see. You'll need to give
Thank
me a
you.
little bit. I'll need to process the request and extract the data and send it your way. But if you give me some time, I would be more than happy to.
Thank you.
I mean, that's a new one, to be honest, to me. That's only been Arrival on this plane, where that's been a thing.
Well, I know it's like a relatively normal thing having talking animals or whatever here, but it's just
What
the
do you...
place where I
oh.
was just. I'm just saying, it's like it was just like it's been so long since I haven't seen just a plain old animal.
Bruh, are we talking about that
What kind of
dog
animal
at
do
the
you wanna
meat rack that
see?
suddenly started talking?
Commander Fluffington
Yeah,
III.
that-
Be
Miss Hybris,
respectful.
there's an access
Yes,
request,
Yeah, Commander Fluffington
and
III
currently it's
started
being
speaking.
processed. I'm not sure if
Oh, okay.
you
Yeah, you were
Wanted
pacing
wanted
back
to
and
go over
forth,
that
and then you
one.
said bye.
He's polymorphed.
Oh, and don't get me
Polymorph
started on the
heads.
really weird dude that like walked up to me too. There was like a guy with like really crazy messy hair, and I seen him before at Orlando Soccer too, which is the weird part. But he walked up to me and he's like,
I
"I'm looking for you.
see.
Have you seen you anywhere?" And I'm just
I
like,
will go and speak
"You? I mean,
with Dr.
who's
Val, I
you? Do you
suppose.
mean me, or do you mean someone actually named you?" He's like,
Right.
"You know you. I know you've seen you before. They've been to Orlando Soccer." And I'm just like, "I'm gonna walk
One
away
moment, please.
now."
Yeah, no, I've dealt with prisoners.
Yeah, I don't think fiddlesticks like no, that's a
Of course.
where the hell is Dr. Val?
For now. Aesthetics and AI of sorts.
How so?
It's very different from flesh and bone.
I mean, did I miss her? Oh, with Krazer. I didn't see him. Oh, wait, what the fuck?
There is a emotionless.
Oh, it doesn't tell you anything. It just shows two people, fornicating. I'm unsure what the purpose of it is.
That shit sounds
I suppose-
boring.
It does. It's very boring, and it doesn't make sense. Hello, Miss Hybris.
Hello.
I mean, besides everything.
Dr. Val, if you have a moment.
Sure, what is it?
There is an individual with a rather unusual background who is seeking, how would you say, entry to our station.
Who?
By the name, calling themselves Fiddlesticks. I have record of an individual of such name, however, they have a rather questionable background.
I believe.
Not that guy.
What? What's wrong with
No?
Fiddlesticks? I believe
That
he's
guy
just a
looks
giant
haunting.
scarecrow. He's a giant scarecrow, but he's harmless.
Not given the records that I have
Although
seen.
Well, that's fair. Well, I can't really say then, ma'am. That would be up to you. Unless they were requesting for me, I'm not quite sure.
Yes. Normally we would require someone to have a reason to be here. However, they presented you as a friend, so I came to speak with you.
I believe that they can be trusted, ma'am.
I see.
I've been around them before, and when the attack happened with Mocha, he provided me as him being a shield for me while I took care of her wounds. He was a very helpful assistant.
I see.
And I will take full responsibility if something happens.
Mr. Kraser, did you have something to add?
Nope. Nothing at all.
Are you sure? Because you seem to be making quite a bit of noise
If
for
you have
someone who does
anything.
not wish to speak.
Nah. I ain't got nothing.
All right. Well, since your
Was that all, ma'am?
indication is rather inconclusive, I will have to go and speak with Ms. Mocha. He appears to have misspelled their name.
That's perfectly fine.
Great.
Thank you.
Of course, ma'am.
So,
Yes?
that's Hybris, huh?
Is Miss
Do you
Mocha
have
even
a
here?
picture of the best version of yourself?
Is Callista here?
Be aware that
for doing this.
but like it spirals out of control rapidly.
Okay.
Howdy is.
Hello, Kanto. How goes the day?
Traffic. Oh, there was a lot of traffic down planet. So, it took me a second to get here. Motherfucker. There you go. How's tall, dark, and handsome?
Garden, probably. About to head over there now and see which agents are currently around there.
Oh boy, alright.
I saw the radio traffic come through. I believe Garden, maybe, unfortunately.
I'm gonna grab myself a sandwich and then I'm gonna go to Garden because I'm hungry.
Yes, I believe Evan grabbed food, but you can double check. And Sapphire always brings treats, so there should be something there.
Dude, Sapphire always got the bomb, right? Always.
Exactly. She's
Hey,
always loud on.
Enable sound so that way I can actually hear pings when they go off. Ari's new character? That's not a new character. They've been an agent for a hot minute. Like, 2 years. Hybris had them on a special fucking assignment. She's a researcher. Or, well, I guess technically they're not an agent anymore, but, you know. They're still around.
Like you said, we are very different from flesh and bone. So, it can be an adjustment period.
Elise was not made for Eden Lost, no.
Hello, Miss Elise. It's been a while. How are you?
I'm okay. Just
That's good to hear.
just doing
Where did
my
you get that notion?
own thing now.
Oh, that's good to hear. I hope your what is it? The fruits of your labor are going well. In whatever you're working on currently.
Some may look at it differently.
Right, so I
May never come
I
back.
still see him from time to time.
Staying with me, and I, was
At least
kind of
there's
helping
obligation.
the,
Still.
Logistical side.
Obligation? No. He
That's
helped
very
raise me, so I still see him in a good light. I would like to remain in touch with him.
Obligation on his end. Jaden.
He's really nice.
Analysis. Assumptions are not always made in the best of light, without all of the critical information.
Does there seem to be a problem here?
Assumptions. Of course, Eben. Of course. I'm
Not
not assuming.
particularly.
I see.
Just talking about my previous father.
Ah,
No, it's perfectly understandable. Some of our other
I see.
agents don't really come out except for training.
An unusual topic for you, Mr. Malleus.
We don't force anybody to.
Yes, family reunion was the subject. Dear Calliope has just been reunited with her brother. And so we began to talk about family
I see.
and imitation.
Yeah. Sorry for
I see.
the
Well,
quiet.
Friendly banter,
Kind
nothing
was
more.
just too
of course.
shy to say anything. So I just
It's all
I
I
know,
have someone else I need to speak with, but if you need anything, please let me know.
Confirmed.
Well, you're not going to be bored if you ever feel like coming back to do some other research or collaboration with any of our other agents or doctors on board.
Some people come and go, and that is okay.
I know. Hi.
A good lesson.
Hello.
I'm pretty sure.
It's been a while.
I do not think ill of him, and I do not think you should either.
Either way, it's good to see you back on board.
Of course.
At least for just a visit.
Yeah,
Good to see you doing well.
Yeah.
I do not
Yeah,
think ill
it's.
of him,
I'm.
and I
I
know you
think
don't.
it's going well for him.
Just
So
merely painting the picture.
that's
Understanding.
that's really what.
Boo.
Hi. Hi, Conte.
Howdy. Miss Hybris.
Other
Hello,
families,
Comte.
I think it's going well.
Each one's very different.
Good.
They're over there.
Good. I'll go probably check on them in a second. Cool.
Yeah. Well,
I'm
don't
going to go check
interrupt
on
them
some
too
updates
much,
real
but
quick.
just
No,
send
no.
them like,
I'll be right back.
check like the
Yes.
body language if it's like good or anything. I want him to
Evan
be
simply
comfortable.
follows his function.
I gotta
as he was
read
brought
body
into the
language.
organization of Aegis.
Oh. Wow.
By the way, as a complete
Previous data
aside,
has been lost, such as of his
I'm gonna need your help with something
creation.
later.
Sure.
Really?
Bunny is a nightmare.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Bunny is a nightmare. Oh,
I think you know,
wild.
and I think that explains enough.
Probably.
Yeah.
By the way, Miss Hybris, were you happy to see her again after a while?
functions nominally.
Was my theory right?
His tasks.
See, I told you. I told you she was gonna be happy to see ya.
Well spoken.
What do you do to me?
You shouldn't doubt yourself.
I'll go breathe in that fresh air.
Yeah, shut up.
Confirmed.
Well,
I just
how have you been?
I've been okay, just kind of after
Good to know that you're doing
the
well.
quiet leave and just taking care of myself.
Few steps at a time.
It's it feels weird to be up here given that I kind of just hid in my room all the time or in the lab without talking to anyone.
Well, I think
Keep
that's
on
perfectly
keeping on.
alright. The station is meant to be a home where you are comfortable. And if staying in your room is what is most comfortable, then you are welcome to do that.
Understood. Unit Evan shall resume his regular duties at this moment.
Yeah,
Thank you, Evan, for the glass
I
of
just
Of course, if you require any further assistance, feel free to request of Unit Evan.
I didn't feel like I fit in up here very well. That's why I left.
Hmm. May I ask why not?
Well, I mean, comparatively to, like, what most of the other people here do, and what they're good at or doing,
Check on the main
they're
atrium.
making up a lot of difference in a lot of things around Saphira, and swear I didn't really do much of that. I kind of just did one good thing
You
once, and then
assisted me
it
with
kind
my
of.
projects. And that research has
Did I though?
much more impact than you would understand.
I see. Sorry. Just if I saw someone over there and then I didn't.
Possible you might have. We have a few agents who are just as shy as you.
Yeah. But I'm glad it helped. I guess I didn't think it was anything too helpful.
I see. Sometimes the actions that we take, the work that we do, does not have an immediate impact. Sometimes it can have a far-reaching effect, even beyond our lifetimes. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't do them. Take these actions. Put in this work.
Got it. So it's just.
Wonder where his fiddle dumb
was trying to work out the answer to something else, and it didn't really pan out too well, so I kind of got nervous it would possibly become a problem. So.
I see. Well, given the nature of many here, we tend to be problem solvers, so if anything like that ever happens again, or you are continuing to deal with such an issue, then perhaps it would
kind
be
of
wise to... I see. Well then, perhaps it would be wise for us to have a conversation about that, and perhaps Aegis can provide some assistance to you.
And if I left before?
We've had a number of agents leave, but that doesn't mean that they aren't still people that we look to as friends, allies, or even family.
I guess, I've just been trying to figure out how to reverse something. It's kind of been there for the whole time. I didn't think it would get as noticeable as it did.
I see. Well, sometimes catching a problem early can yield better results, but that doesn't mean that a problem can't be resolved much later. As long as it is not irreversible.
Okay, well, I mean, I guess it's not entirely bad, it's just I don't know if I understand the full extent, but do you remember the stuff I'd been looking into? There was one thing that had happened within the process of getting it. That's why it kind of was my research project in the first place, to try to make sense of it. I was afraid I'd possibly hurt somebody by accident.
I see. Well, I suppose we wouldn't know until we took a closer look at the situation.
Don't mind going into detail if it helps. It's just,
Only if you are comfortable with doing so, should you do so.
Right, just kind of thought
I
it'd
can
be
step
easier
away
to
if you would like.
work on it myself.
Why don't we sit down? We'll make ourselves comfortable.
Miss Hybris, I'm going to be stepping towards the terminal soon. Mr. Craze's paperwork, has that been finalized for me to give him his interview?
Yes.
Where the hell is Fiddlesticks at?
There he is.
Oh, he's not here.
He's not aboard currently. But you are clear for your interview. If you would want to accompany me to the terminal.
Sure.
Have you been well, aside from this condition?
Physically, yes. I'm still the same massive bundle of anxiety and self-confidence issues that I've always been, but that's not really different per se.
I see.
That's that's something I've always dealt with, though.
Of course, I'm aware.
But yeah, the reason for wanting to study all that stuff about the effects that it had on other things and pretty much its surroundings.
Of course.
It's because in the process of when I was trying to help contain it, part of the instigating accident behind it all caused it to change parts of myself.
Partially convert you.
Namely. Yeah. It... At first didn't really do anything other than just make it so I could stick my hand through myself. But in the process of researching the original cause of it, I think of them as person that did that to me. It seemed to have affected the augments that I did to my body to help me work and changed everything else in the vicinity. And, well, with their help, I can do very, very light amounts of what they used to do, but my worry is what also happened in the process when observing what it did when used too much or out of control, where things were pretty much destabilizing. And I haven't really found an answer to that.
Well, of course.
It also spread a little bit.
I see.
I just remembered a thing we had talked about in the past about needing a bit away from certain people, like yourself, and that fact, and because I wasn't getting any closer to an answer, I became afraid that I was going to hurt you or something, and I felt it would be better if I took myself away from here. So I'm a little bit, admittedly, incredibly nervous to be up here because Well, I mean, I'm knowingly aware of it now, and while it can do good things, in a way, it's the same as any other sort of curse, I guess. It's not really a curse, it's more of a, well, scar. But
You were partially converted by malicious code. You are aware that the final code fragments were recovered, correct?
I know, I brought them here. Just...
So, with
I
any luck, we
know how
should
to
be able
reverse it for physical people, or physical objects, but there was no real examples of it with, well, not objects.
With people, yes. Well,
it's kind of
people
symbiotic in a way, is the best way I could look at it.
much more complicated than inorganic objects, but that does not necessarily mean that they are impossibly complex. The number of things that were converted some of those objects are as complex as you or I.
I saw that firsthand. It's... Part of me just was wondering if there was a way to try to make good of what it was originally meant to do without the bad part.
Well,
try to understand them in the process.
Good that it was intended to do, well, I suppose to optimize a person, that is... I suppose I would need to take another look at the source code.
I mean, I could help facilitate talking to it.
There's no
Part
need,
of the problem
really.
is that the way to train them was they didn't really... They gave them all a bunch... It was equivalent of giving somebody a bunch of tools with no explanation of how to use them, let alone how to use them responsibly.
Of course.
Then you make them smart enough to make their own decisions, and well, things can get really out of hand really quick.
Of course.
They're not really that bad once they were told why it was the case during the research process.
Wow. In the end, what happened to them was necessary. Reversing that...
I know.
...would be folly.
Right.
That being said, taking another look through the source code and perhaps running a few tests, reversing the effects, I do believe are possible, but I would highly suggest against further testing of optimizing people. Organic
It's
matter.
not like I never had any intent of looking into that, it was more just circumstantial, just because it had already happened.
Yes.
Trying to figure out what happens and why.
Well, what happens is a very procedural process. Understanding it is only a matter of going through that process and picking it apart. Learning how and why in different circumstances.
Yeah.
That
I
being
suppose
said,
it wouldn't be
trying to understand why it did what it
worst
did,
thing
it's
to-
a relatively simple
Yeah.
matter. Was given a task.
Too open-ended.
Not just open-ended, but unstructured. You yourself, I would hope, know that intelligence is trained. It's not something that is simply granted. It has to be
Definitely
built
so.
up over time.
I can certainly say it was insightful. All that
Certainly.
time.
It highlighted it.
It was pretty much my only company for the majority of the time I was here.
Of course.
It's kind of funny. I found it easier to talk to it than other people. But I suppose bonding over the experience kind of wasn't out of the question. Certainly one hell of an icebreaker.
Yes.
I guess I don't entirely look at what happened to me specifically as a bad thing now. I guess it'd probably be a bit less nerve-wracking if I knew that there wasn't any other unintentional effect to it. When dealing with something complex like that, it can sometimes take on its own evolution in its own right. And I didn't really stop looking into it just because I left. I just kind of obviously had less resources to do it. It was just in the air quote safety of my own home. Or just general hypothesis. But it's that lack of really coming to a proper answer that kind of helped build the feeling that I didn't really... that maybe this wasn't the right place for me. I like the people here, I just... every time I look at the things that Aegis accomplishes, I never see myself being a contributor to that. I feel like I would just get in the way.
Well, Elise. Suppose I will ask. How would you like to proceed?
Is it okay that I don't really know the answer to that just yet?
Of course.
I feel like I was kind of avoiding that question for a while, and I don't think I really have an answer to it yet. Understanding things is one matter, but it's more tackling a subject than me.
Well, if I had to give my analysis, I would say that there are people here that you can trust, even if you are not entirely certain about being open with them. Being here, you should be safe. And it would make it easier for us to perform research on your condition. Alternatively, if you did not wish to stay here, well, I could attempt to continue providing you assistance. However, given my responsibilities to this organization and the other businesses that I run to make certain this one does not fall apart, I may not be able to assist you as readily as I would normally wish.
I remember. I still might have to get back to you with a answer on that. 'Cause I feel like there's some factors I'd have to think about first to make sure everyone involved is comfortable.
I suppose I would have to ask, what would make you most comfortable?
Without going into details, it's more me worried about a friend in the process. It's hard to explain, but I feel like choosing something could impact them too, in a way that would be unfair to them.
Perhaps.
It's something I can send a little bit of info with. I know a lot of stuff was here that I had written down. I stuff after I left, though, is, you know, in my own possession, so I'd have to share that to kind of, it would maybe help explain some of the anxieties on anxieties on anxieties. But I do appreciate the offer to help, all things considered.
Ultimately, I cannot make this decision for you.
I know. I know.
However, I will again reiterate. But here aboard this station,
Greetings,
I would...
Prime Admin Hybris.
Yes, Eben?
Apologies if Unit Eben is interrupting. Unit Eben has been brought with quoted important information from Unit Hamsky for Unit Eben to be searching and researching.
I see, and what might that be?
Unit Hamsky has requested the term of boobies be Bing Google searched and not requiring the bird. It is believed possibly to be the female chest area for this topic.
Yes, for the time being, please disregard this request, Evan.
Understood. Do you require any food or beverage at this time?
No. No, not at this time.
Understood. And Evan shall return to his regular duties then.
As I was saying, if you were able to stay here, I would be happy to assist you in your research.
No.
Looking further into this.
Well, you're joining, clearly. Please. How goes your loved one? You mentioned her.
I'll give it proper thought. It's
Please
not me saying no, it's not dodging it, it's just...
I know. I would rather you take your time in considering your options. You are more than welcome to continue researching this on your own. I would not stop you. But I am willing to offer my aid.
Yeah. Thanks, Hybris.
You were on MetaMeet? Yeah, weren't you? I feel like I was. Given the time to read the rest of them. So many.
Can I say it's just... As silly as this is going to sound, I'm just really relieved that you're not, like, really mad at me or anything.
Why would I be mad at you?
It is unfortunate, isn't it?
Just letting the security access lapse and just kind of disappearing without really saying anything.
Sacrifice.
Well.
Didn't even say goodbye.
I was sad
That's what I'm saying.
to see you go,
I assume you know that.
as I see a lot of promise in you.
Very selfless.
Your capabilities, your
No, I don't
willingness
actually.
to do
I
good.
prioritize my happiness above all.
Not everyone has this. And few are willing to use it to assist
I'm
others.
a slave to my job. It is what I love. And what I
But
do.
that is what we do here in HS.
I love my job, but it's a struggle.
We put our own desires
Please tell me what is so.
behind what is best for everyone
Don't
else.
let me keep you then.
I'm poverty.
We're here to help.
Lack of food, water. People being upset at higher government or corporations.
Yeah. Walk with me. I just wish I could have felt more confident that I was doing that too. I still struggle with that even with making things that make people happy. Just, it's nothing like world changing, just stuff to give comfort to people when everything else can be really bleak these days.
You know, a good majority of the work that Aegis does goes completely unknown or unappreciated. We don't make headline news, or we don't get people coming here to thank us for the work that we've done. If anything, much of the work that we do is small. It's meant to help anyone. It just does not. It just, as an organization, does not believe itself to be so important as to look past the needs of anyone, no matter how small their problems are.
Yeah. I agree. It's the impression I got. Just feel really silly about it.
Feel how you wish, but it does not change the facts.
Of course, of course. I guess that's really all there was to it. It's, sorry I didn't bring it up before. I honestly felt like I could handle it. At least figure out a way to
There is no trouble.
work with it.
There is no trouble. If anything, I am glad that you have come to me. At the very least, we know that you are healthy.
Yeah.
healthy and probably in desperate need of therapy or something, because I am a mess. I know it.
It just so happens to be that we recently hired a therapist. While you are not an agent, I could refer you to her and perhaps see if she would be willing to make exceptions. Sadly, that does mean that you would likely have to pay her for her time.
That's okay. I have the means to do that.
Of course.
Should you keep a low profile?
Consider
I'll
my offer.
I'll reach out with what I think will be best for me then. I just need to make sure to let others know that may have a stake in it.
I don't go on missions. I'm just a trainer, but
Okay.
Of course. Take your time. It was good to see you.
I won't take up any more of your time. Good to see you too. I should probably go check on how Cassius is doing. See if everything's okay with Calliope.
If you would like to. You are a guest here today. Feel free to enjoy our facilities for as long as you like.
Of course. Thanks.
Have a good rest of your day. Alright, Miss Hybris. Interview is done. He's been granted recruit level access. And Slade is currently decontaminating his suit. I made sure that the drones are going to clean up after him as he walked through the entrance. Slade being Slade.
See.
Little
That's
stains.
what that disturbance
yes.
was. Well then, where did it go?
Perfectly fine. He understands the terms, things like working for other agencies, names, nomenclatures, what we actually do as an organization, and that it's not just for fun. So,
He understands
I'm pretty sure in
the
the future that
goals
he
and
will...
values of Aegis.
Yes. Protection of life comes first and foremost.
Good. I look forward to seeing his evolution. Furthers some of my research, his presence anyway, so I'm interested to see where he expands his horizons.
Yes. I will train him if he asks for it. We're sort of similar but different in the aspect of something about his type of abilities.
Well, as I understand it, he has psionic.
Correct.
As
Though
best I
different from other ones I've
understand
seen.
it, from what I observed, from his brief, spar, we'll call it, with Eben.
An attempt was made, yes.
It appears he is able to convert certain forms of matter into other forms of matter, or at least rearrange it into a configuration that he finds pleasing, which I find fascinating. So, be interested to know more.
I'll make sure that I work with him closely. But on the topic of that, I'm running out of room to completely train Miss Sakoto.
Yes, I see. I was concerned about this. As it stands, we do not have any further resources, and scions can sometimes be very difficult to come by, let alone those that are willing to work with others and have the same capabilities. Sadly, there's no schools or colleges for this sort of thing that we could refer to and ask for assistance.
Unfortunately, and not similar to the mage quarters. They don't offer them.
I will see what I can do, but sadly, unless we can find an alternative solution, for the time being, there is not much more that I can do for her. We may have to try experimentation and learning on her own as best she can, which I know will be difficult for you, but I trust that you can at least guide her or encourage her to follow certain paths, as you already have been. Goodness knows you've done quite a good job of that already.
I try to keep updated on all the agents and their needs, so.
Of course. Well, I will take a look and see if I can come up with any other solutions, but for the time being, do proceed as though there are no other alternatives at this moment.
Roger. Should be all for today's files. I believe you're caught up on most everything going around the ship. If you wanted to go back and look over Craze's interview, it is at the terminal.
Ah, perfect. Well then, I suppose that is everything. I don't believe I have anything more to share with you at this time. But thank you for your work.
Right. No worries. I will probably be in my room, if anything. Other than that, please have a good rest of your night, Miss Hybris, and try not to work as hard as you normally do. It's
I
nice
enjoy
to
my
see you
work
taking a break every now
as
and
a
then.
guy, just as much as you do.
I know you do. Yes, but I still
That
have
being
to,
said,
take a
I
nap
think I would like to
from time
spend
to time.
at least a moment with my son. Is everything all right, Jaden?
Filthy.
Yes, just a clarification, I guess.
Yes.
I think I know who this is referring to, but I had a couple agents asking me if we can track people on the station, like their whereabouts.
Well, yes, to a degree. Obviously, I afford the agents as much privacy as I can, especially within their private quarters, but throughout the rest of the station, yes, I do keep a watchful eye on things.
Okay. I gave them kind of a vague answer saying we do, but we respect people's privacy.
Yes.
Okay.
That being said,
I'm not sure why they're asking me that, but
you and I are intrinsically linked. It is only natural that they would ask you such a question, but thank you for letting me know. They should assume that if they are within the commons, or the training room at the very least, that the majority of all conversations I am probably aware of.
Okay.
Yes. That being said, it is probably best to just let them know that I am keeping an eye on them, making certain that no one is causing trouble. Try not to spy too much.
Okay.
Tends to make them uncomfortable, and I don't wish to make that the case. Are you all right?
Yes. Just a weird conversation with Mr. McKay, is all.
Anything like the last time?
No, it's mostly just asking about my family, making very wild assumptions, but just very weird assumptions. I am fine, though.
I see.
Asking about Esso, but I didn't name drop, so it's not really his business.
Not particularly, but I understand. You did well. Thank you.
Being vague but honest is how I navigate his conversations.
Can sometimes be the best course of action. Again, you did well.
It's exhausting.
Can be. Welcome to the world of business.
Oh. Mm-hmm. I was taught some strange vocabulary, if you want to know about that.
Oh, from Mr. Hamsky.
Encanto.
Ah, of course. What is it this time?
They wanted, and I at first volunteered because I felt like, you know, just being funny for a little bit, or some just relaxing. To say it to Malleus, forgive me. I'm finna bust.
I see.
We have finna bust, take the L, on fleek. My hand doesn't like that. I don't like it either. It's just very wild. I noted them down, but that's not going to be a part of my vocabulary, so to say. I've kind of noted Hamsky in the, let's say, Kanton category. Not as bad, but taking notes, but not mirroring it.
That is good policy to take with him. Well, when he is being serious, I do think he is capable.
Yes.
He certainly.
I think when I first spoke to him, he was
takes
very
liberties
serious and tense
with his
too.
behavior when he is relaxing.
That's good, I suppose.
And what do you think of the two of them?
I'm not sure yet. They haven't really acknowledged me. I know Krazer freaked out every time he sees somebody new. But when I materialized in front of him, he was cool with it.
Possible because I've done it twice now.
Oh.
Today.
Okay, so
Perhaps he's growing more and more used to
I'm that but green. Okay.
it. You are more than just that.
Yeah, of course.
Goodness. Perhaps we should
Capable,
go
though.
and
It's just hard to keep
introduce
track of all the new faces.
As is, I've only had one
yeah.
proper conversation with Dr. Valentina outside of work, so.
Okay. Yes, talking, I can do that.
Would you like me to try and lead?
We'll see.
Right.
You gotta give yourself.
What the haberdashery
Kid?
was wrong with using that?
You know what I mean.
You motherfucker. Yes, I get what you mean, Doc.
Yeah.
Hello, Mr. Fraze. Hello, Dr. Valentina.
Ah!
Oh, okay.
He's a bit jumpy.
In
I
the
see.
garden.
Normal.
Not surprising.
That's what I said.
Oh, it's Miss Hybris.
Correct.
Right.
And this is
Well,
one of my children. This is Jaden.
yo, what's
It's
up?
nice to meet you.
Crazy phrase.
Yo.
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 Is your call sign going to be Crazy Crazer?
We have call signs.
Look. Don't call me that. Sachiko used to call me that, and I damn near punched her head off at one point.
Alright,
Being
chill
called
out.
crazy
No
is not
offense,
great.
man, okay?
friend of mine, from the waste.
Seriously, it meant no offense, man. It was just.
I had deduced. Well, regardless,
Whatevs, I'm not offended.
it's a pleasure to finally have met you.
Yeah, you look really cool, Miss Hybris.
Thank you.
Yo, so... Am I, so I'm like a recruit now.
Correct.
Congratulations.
So Miss Hybris, does this mean, like, you'll come out often, or you'll be stuck at the terminal some more?
I come out when I am able to. To be fair, I am often here, just working.
Well, alright then. So, awesome Miss Working Lady, you know, I was thinking.
Awesome Miss Working Lady.
Wait, I need to do this properly, otherwise I'll fucking hate myself.
Oh.
So, Miss Hybris, I'm looking forward to working with your organization.
And we are looking forward to seeing your work and how you grow while you are here.
Wow. You don't have to worry. I won't let you down. And plus, these fists of mine, they're gonna split the heavens one day. Just you wait, Miss Hybris.
I will assume this is metaphor, but I will say that you do still need to prove yourself to us. You are only a recruit after all.
Well, I know that. I was just...
He has a lot of eagerness to learn, is something that I appreciate about him.
Of course, as do I. Based on my initial assessments of your capabilities, from my observations, I don't have many doubts that you'll prove yourself quite quickly here. Though you may still have a number of things to learn. I've only seen you work by yourself thus far. I'm interested to see how you'll work with a team.
Yeah. Come on, man. Come on, new horizons, new horizons. Alright. Don't worry about it. Wait, that's not right. This is a lot harder than I thought. Son of a bitch.
Maybe I'm getting better than I thought.
To be fair, I believe the two of you have some things in common in this regard.
Huh?
Mr. Craze was born out in the wastes. Desert, I think far somewhere. I believe you said to the west?
Yeah, far away.
Yes, mostly an isolationist.
I see.
Yes.
Yeah, well...
I don't think I have the movements down, though.
So...
You'll learn.
We have a lot in common, huh? So, what do you have in common compared to me?
I isolated myself, so I am, I guess, learning how to talk to people again.
Me too.
Though yours wasn't a choice. You were just merely born into it.
Yeah. But hey, even I can take strides to learn. It'll just take a lot of time. Socializing's difficult anyway. And plus,
yes,
I'm least patient when I'm dealing with idiots.
I have to be patient at all times.
I agree with that.
Yeah. Especially one idiot that I know that just stepped out and forgot about me completely. I mean, seriously, what the hell is she thinking, huh? Leaving me behind? Bastard. Pisses me off, damn it. Damn, I'm fucking crazy.
Hello, Mr. Calavera.
It's Miss Hybris.
Yo, Cal, what's up?
This guy.
I mean,
it's
technically it's not.
Technically, the atmosphere in the sky really depends on how you interpret what the sky
given the
is.
orientation of the station, I would say the ground is more accurate.
Yes, especially up here.
A planet, perhaps?
The floor.
Oh, fuck this.
No, it is a decent night. Just took my trip from the Necropolis.
How was it?
Interesting. Right now they were preparing for some kind of small festival of sorts.
What kind?
Well, it depends on which ones that you ask. Every one of them like told different things.
You need to catch this
reasons.
before it got too much longer. Yo, Hamsky dude, thanks
Some
for the
sort of
raid, man.
Farmer's market, but not really a farmer's market. Something's really fresh down there. It's more or less growing things.
Okay.
Pretty cool.
Yes, I like to collect supplies when I'm there.
Hello, Persephone.
Oh, you know? Since I'm a recruit and stuff,
Yeah,
I should get new
Hello,
clothes.
Percy.
How are you?
Hey, it's been.
I mean,
Do
I thought
Very.
so.
Oh, I didn't realize.
Too.
I didn't realize you're as tall as Hybris already. Nice chassis upgrades.
Thank you.
I'm doing okay. Just avoiding the training session.
Oh?
Oh.
Training session?
They're fine. They're doing it in the training room. They're fine.
Should I still report
Mercy
over
was
there?
present, but Slade, Kanto, and
A VR training sim or something?
Yeah, they're just having a good old
Wait, you
fight.
said Kanto and Slade?
no one
Yeah.
just the fists.
I'm definitely not interested.
I see. Wow. I hope things have been peaceful for you.
I don't know, I feel like Slade
With
is
your new
if you run
business,
for
I
your
hope
money.
incredible.
Profitably, yes. Maybe not the safest, but I mean, I did it in Zephyrus, so that was never an
That
option.
is to be expected, yes. Do take care of it.
Up to you, though.
Yeah, I'll be okay.
I feel like I should go check.
Well,
Just
I
keep
won't
busy.
threaten direct involvement yet. If you ever do need
I was
assistance.
gonna say they already have like one of you guys'
I
rules
appreciate
is
it.
like a healer thing or something has to be
For me
around.
to do.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
Otherwise,
As long as there's medical.
I met
Yeah.
crazy,
Mostly kids,
Kraz,
so they should be
Kraz,
fine.
crazy. one of
Mr.
those.
Phrase.
Craze, that was it. Yeah, crazy.
It's Crazer! Crazer! Why can't you get it right? It's Crazer!
Oh, I could probably get it right if I tried hard enough.
Oh yeah.
Mr. Phrase, you would please calm down.
I'm calming
He
down.
can't. His hair is all blue and
He's
like
vibrating
fire-like.
on the floor.
He'll
Okay,
be fine.
cool.
Mhm,
Yeah,
mhm.
got it.
Cool as a cucumber. That a snake's jumping at.
Snakes?
There's
Not a snake. What is it? A cat. The cat's jumping at. That was it. Because cats are afraid of cucumbers.
Don't worry, I accidentally spooked him when I came in here earlier. It was unintentional.
Accidentally, that's cute.
You should be wearing a bell, I think.
Really?
I mean, it'd be easier for you to spot me, wouldn't
You
it?
know, I should try that too. You know that cats
A lot
learn
of
how
things
to
are dangerous.
have been able to learn how to like not like move around without making their bell ring. Sounds like good fun.
It would be a good training exercise.
I'm actually going to peek at the training that they're doing. I'm actually curious.
Have fun.
If
I'm
it's
rather
something
interested
to avoid, I
myself.
want to know why.
At least like
I'm
to
just
check in.
avoiding them, but
Otherwise,
yeah.
I may return to my work.
That's fair.
It's good to see you, dear.
Yeah, come on.
Nice to see you too.
Take care.
You coming, Cal, or you two
Yep.
gonna stay here?
Take care, everyone.
I might eventually make my way over.
No, I mean like.
She has a lot of chances to be a villain. She definitely manipulates things to her own benefit, but that doesn't necessarily mean that she is a villain. The devil you know, sort of situation. And Hybris still believes that teaching her to do good and to do the right thing is a good idea. I'm tempted to pop in as Arbor. Good evening, Mr. Heinrich.
Evening, Hybris.
What brings you here tonight?
I had the night to myself. Thought I'd stop by.
I see. Well, you are welcome to enjoy our facilities as you wish. I hope you have been well. It's been some time.
I am living.
I suppose that is a good thing for a vampire.
I take it everything is fine.
Oh, at the moment. I will be returning to my work, but if you need anything, feel free to come and visit at my terminal.
All right.
Tempted. Tempted to be Arbor.
I really hope we can find Hybris.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
We just came.
I forget how fast she moves. I apologize. If you go through there and just go up
To the
stairs, she should be
terminal
at
it
her
is.
terminal. Yes, so she should be there. So.
Hopefully. Adios, mío. Hi.
Okay, when you said violence, I wasn't expecting 2 other medics and then someone I have no idea who the fuck they are fighting.
That's just how it is.
Fair enough.
Hi, is your mom up at the terminal?
I can check. Why?
They wanted to talk with her.
Okay.
I have a message to relay.
Okay. Come.
Probably got nothing to do with me, so I'm just gonna go back to
Oh.
training.
Did you hear my call?
Yes, I did.
They wish to speak with you. Okay. Good.
Hello.
You knew to that. I saw
Um,
dark
Hello.
and ominous.
So I was told, a man helped me find my sister here, and he asked me to relay a message. His name was Quill, a large human,
Yes.
white hair.
Yes, Quill. You know him.
Yeah, they own an inn right now, and I visited, and they helped me get information.
Hmm.
They just wanted me to say hi, for them. They wanted to say hi to you. When they found out I had to go here.
Of course. Wow. Thank you for passing this message along. I hope he is well.
He is. He seems very happy.
I see. Well, given that you have a sibling here, so long as they are comfortable with you being here, I see no reason to deny you entry. If ever you wish to come and visit them while they are here, simply request as was done today.
Thank you. I will do so.
Of course.
I know that you deal with a lot, so I'll leave you to your business.
Of course. Thank you. Feel free to enjoy our facilities for the rest of the evening as you wish.
I will. Bye.
Goodbye.